programming to build your coaching, consulting, or agency business. Not only to be able to break through any unconscious mental blocks or self-sabotage or anything holding you back from creating the business of your dreams, financial abundance, and also elevating your own states, but also being able to empower your clients and impact your clients with greater generative change and transformation. If you're not an online coach, consultant, or agency owner, it doesn't mean you have to jump off. You can still listen. This powerful information can be used for anybody. If you hold your phone up and you breathe and your phone steams up, it can be used by you. But tonight we will be focusing on especially business owners. If you're joining us on the Zoom, thank you so much for taking time to join us. Comment in the chat box, say hi, we're in the wardrobe, what kind of business you have. And if you're on the Facebook Live, just comment if you're watching live or replay, and we'd love to hear from you guys in Facebook Live as well, where in the world you are and what kind of business you have. We've got Melissa in Adelaide, welcome. Jay in Plymouth, England, welcome as well. And we're going to dive in. So for those who don't know me, my name is Jason Grossman, and I'll be introducing our very special guest. I won't be the main presenter this evening. And so we're very blessed to have a very special guest with us this evening. And if you are an online coach, consultant, or agency owner that really wants to build a business that supports the lifestyle you dream of, and you feel stuck in any area of your business, your finances, or your life, and you feel like you need to work on your unconscious conscious to have breakthroughs, or if you'd like to be able to help your clients get greater results, then this is definitely for you. As we dive in, this very special guest, I've known her for about 7 years. She came to me as a fitness professional and was in the fitness industry for years, and helped her build a 6-figure bootcamp business. Then she pivoted online and helped her build a 6-figure online fitness business. And then she went through her training, her practitioner, master practitioner, and trainer's training for NLP, linguistic programming, and now is an international trainer of NLP. For a while, she also worked for us as a life coach, so as an international life coach and mindset coach. And now she delivers certification courses in NLP, hypnosis, timeline therapy, and coaching. So if you don't have a life coaching certification and you're looking for one, this is the person you want to reach out to. I've actually jumped out of a plane with this amazing woman. We've been in limos, sipping cocktails and champagne together. We've done all kinds of crazy stuff. We're about to go out in a pink Hummer limo again soon together. And she's like a sister to me. Not only is she incredibly gifted and talented and skilled at the information she's about to share with you, world class, but she's just genuine. She just has such a beautiful heart and desire to serve, and compassionate human being that wants to help others to live their best life. And whether it's you're stuck and you want to change something in your life, or you're in a good place and you want more abundance, either way, you're definitely in the right place. So without further ado, I'm going to stop speaking and bring in our very special guest. I will say this though, you want to stay to the end, because at the end, there is a prize being given away by Julie, valued at $8,000 as a thank you for joining us. So you do not want to jump off unless you miss out. It makes no difference to us. So good evening, Robert. Good to see you here. Again, if you're jumping on now, comment in the chat box when the wardrobe, what kind of coaching business you have, same on the live. And without further ado, here's Julie Thompson.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for giving up your beautiful, precious time to join us this evening on tonight's webinar. Just want to double check you can all hear me and see me quite clearly. Beautiful. I can see some hands going up, thumbs up. Yes, beautiful. Good. So thank you so much for the beautiful introduction from Jason. As Jason mentioned, I'm not going to rave on too much about myself. Basically, I have been in business now for about 20 years. I've been in the coaching industry specifically for the last 10 years. I've personally served over about 2,000 clients in that 10-year period. And in the last 3 years, I got so dedicated to what coaching can do for people to impact their lives, like have massive transformations in their personal lives, their professional lives, their finances, their health, their wellness. And I fell so much in love with what coaching can do for other people that I became dedicated to training and teaching and certifying other people in the coaching industry. So I would love to know, just a quick show of hands, who here is in the coaching space? Whether you're a personal trainer, a life coach, a business coach, beautiful. You are absolutely my people. I love what you do. And I just want to thank you, each and every single one of you, for the way that you show up and serve other people, because coaching is really such a unique gift, and we can literally transform the planet by helping one person at a time, right? Who would agree? So I'm so happy that you guys are already in the space, and I hope I'd love to know, a quick show of hands, who here has actually heard of NLP or knows of a little bit about NLP? Thanks, good. Jay, yep, Melissa, beautiful Sophie. So for those of you who do know a little bit about NLP, there are so many tools and techniques, and my challenge this evening was to pick what I could fit into an hour to bring you what I handpicked, the best of the NLP tools and techniques that I believe will help you build your coaching and consulting or agency business. So that was a challenge for me. In just the practitioner training alone, there's over 130 hours of education and training that we put into that. And then another 130, more than 130 hours that we put into our master practitioner training. And so the challenge for me was to really handpick a couple of things that I could fit into an hour for you guys. So I hope I've picked some goodness for you guys. So I'm not going to rave on too much about myself. This is me. I just told you a little bit about me. The highlight of what I'm doing in my career right now is offering international certification and training in NLP, coaching, timeline therapy, hypnosis. We also offer training and certification in Reiki and EFT, which is tapping. And so we're just looking for different tools and techniques that we can bring to our coaches. And as of next year, we're also doing relationship coaching training, as well as high performance coaching as well. So if you're looking to upskill, definitely feel free to reach out to us. So my challenge this evening was to pick 6 of the best tools and techniques that I can bring you to help you build your business. So number one, I wanted to talk to you about values, and the values are what's important to you, what's important to your business, and how you can create a values aligned business and what that's going to do for you overall. The other thing I wanted to share with you is how you can effectively communicate with your clients and with your potential clients as well, how you can have great conversations and speak your client's language. Also want to share some tips with you today on how you can improve your marketing strategies. So your marketing, if you get it right, you will actually get more sales. And I'll tell you how NLP can be weaved into your marketing approach, and also how you can increase sales. So I'm going to share the 5-step sales process with you that we utilize in NLP. And for me personally, that's increased my closing rate to usually about 85 to 90%. So it's a pretty high conversion rate. Once I get a client on the phone call with me, it's usually a 90% conversion rate. For the ones that say no, usually within 2 to 3 months, another probably 15% come on and call back, because I've been able to identify what it is that they need in their business, so much so to the point that they can't stop thinking about it. And I also want to share with some tools and techniques on how NLP can help you with better leadership skills so you can become a more stronger, effective coach, as well as a great team leader and a great business owner. And also I'm going to share with you how you can build a strategic team. So your business is only going to be as effective as the people that are on your team. And I'm going to share with you how you can actually identify skill sets with people. Who's excited and who's ready to learn more, right? Good. All right, now I do speak fast, and I'm going to try and not speak so fast for you. I'm going to try and give you guys as much value, so I'll try my best to go at a good pace, but I've also got a lot of content to cover. So a values alignment is super important, right? So what we do in NLP is we actually elicit your values. So we try and identify what is most important to you. And what are your core top 3 values? Now, if your core values, for instance, let's say your family, your health and wellness, and let's say if you're giving back to your community. So if business is not in your top 3 values, then unconsciously you're operating from a place of you're going to naturally put other things at the more important category. So for somebody, if they wanted to lose, let's say their goal was to lose 20 kilos, if health and wellness was not their top 3 values, they are naturally going to be doing and participating in other activities, and they're not going to go and it's not going to be as important for them on an unconscious level to go and do that. So we would do a values realignment for them. The same thing with values in the company. So we help people in business and corporate how to identify the values in their company. So what's important to them about their business. Now, every single business model is very different, and this is what you can help your clients with if you're working with business owners, is identifying what are the top 3 values of the company. And so for some companies, their highest value may be a nonprofit. They could be all about a particular contribution or giving back, or it could be suicide prevention. And so you could understand that their values may be different to another company that their value may be about wealth creation. So they're two completely different businesses, and we need to know what's important to them as far as what are the business activities. And then the third way that we would do the values elicitation for them is finding out the people that are in their business, what's most important to them about business, what is most important to them about being on that team and working in that company. And we need to find and align the values, because if you've got, say, 4 members of the team that are all rowing in the direction of forward, and then the other 2 members on the team are rowing in the direction of backward because it's a misalignment in their values, then as you can see, the company as a whole is not going to be steered in the right direction. So for those of you who are working with business owners, it's really important that we identify with the owner of the company, or the decision maker in the company, is what is their highest values. And then we go and ask the team what are their highest values. And then if it's out of alignment, we can do values elicitation and realignment utilizing NLP techniques. So who would agree that that's a super powerful technique to utilize? And also for yourself, it's really important to understand what are your personal values and what are your goals, and is there any misalignment in there? Because otherwise you're going to be unconsciously operating, working in reverse, and you'll be self-sabotaging yourself in order to achieve those goals more effectively. Second tip that I wanted to share with you guys this evening was how to utilize effective communication. So for those of you who've learned NLP before, you will understand that people speak different languages, right? And this is interesting because people learn differently, and the way that they learn information and the way that their brain actually processes information is very differently. So some visual learners, I'm a visual learner, I'm highly visual. And so when you're speaking to a potential client or a customer or anybody, you want to be able to understand what is their preferred method of learning. What's their preferred? In NLP, we call it their rep system. And we all have a preferred rep system. So one of our rep systems will be a lot stronger than the others. For me, I'm highly visual. So you can utilize keywords for a visual learner. The words like look, see, appear, crystal clear, take a survey of this, or have a glimpse of this, or let me show you something. And you'll hear the keywords that they will also talk about. Like they may use words like that's so insightful, or I can see what you mean. So they're going to actually use keywords that will let you know that they are potentially visual. For auditory people are more, they are people who are going to learn by listening. So even as you're speaking with them, sometimes they may not be looking directly at you. They may turn their head slightly towards the side, and because they are literally listening to the keywords that you're utilizing. And so part of the conversation is you want to speak certain predicates or certain words to let them know that you're actually understanding them. So using words like hear, speak, listen, call, noisy, loud, whinging, moaning, voice, sounds good to me, that rings a bell, let me tune in, or tell me more. They're going to speak words, keywords that will indicate that they are auditory learners. And for kinesthetic learners, they will be tuning into the way that they feel about something. So you want to build a good connection with them. And the keywords that they are going to use is they're going to say things like that feels good, or let me just feel into it, or you know what, doesn't feel right for me, or you know, it feels clumsy, or it feels a bit harsh, or you know, I just need it to be a bit more gentle or soft in the approach. So the words that they will use will refer to a kinesthetic sense, and that's the keywords that you want to communicate back to them for. And for auditory digital, or also known as auditory digital, is reading, writing learners. And they are people who consider and they think and they understand, they'll research, they'll investigate. And these people, they work on reason and logic, and they'll remember things. They've got a lot of respect. They're very practical. And so they are people who they'll utilize all of the other aspects as well. So, but they will do a lot of reading and writing and learning. So you want to use the key words for them. So have a look at this, or why don't you do some investigation into this, or I've got some more information for you. If you use those keywords, they're going to feel completely understood, and they're going to feel like that you know them, and that they can trust you, and that you understand them. So keywords are really effective ways of building rapport and having strong communication skills. I'll give you a bit of deeper insight into the marketing approach. So to improve your marketing, 43% of people are visual. So when you are utilizing marketing tactics, using things like visual aids, having a website, having videos, having photos, having an overview of your program, having in-action photos so they can see, and you want to show them what's included in your programs. They want to see something. So I'm a very visual person. If somebody tells me, hey, I've got a new program coming up, I need to see it. I'm going to say straight away, what can you show me? Or can you send me something? Who here has ever had a client that says, can you send me some information? Right? Because they want to take a look at it. They're visual. So you need to have something ready that you can send to them. For the auditory people, 30% of people are auditory. So your potential market is 30% of them are going to be auditory. So for them, they want to actually connect and have a chat with somebody on the phone because they learn by listening. Doesn't matter what you send to them. You could send them the full overview that they can have a look at, but they are going to be convinced when they actually get on the phone and speak to somebody. So you want to have a phone call. You want to listen to their needs. You also want to share testimonials so they can hear another person's experience, and they'll learn by listening, and they will also pick up on keywords. So they will remember things that you've said. They'll remember conversations. They'll be able to recall the conversation that they had with you or your marketing executive or somebody else on your team, your customer service, or they'll even remember watching a testimonial, and they will pick up what that person said and they will recall it back to you. So in your marketing, have a part of your strategy that supports those people. For the kinesthetic people, there's 5% of people who are kinesthetic learners. However, if you don't connect with them properly, you will lose them. And so this is really important to know. So kinesthetic people, you need to make a connection with them. You need to build strong rapport. You need to build a relationship. They also like testimonials because they want to feel into another person's experience. They want to see how it made the other person feel. So connection is really important to them, and you want to make them feel good. And 22% of the people are the reading, writing learners. So we call them AD, auditory digital. Those people are going to be all about facts, figures, data. They're going to research. They're going to have lots of questions. And so they will ask you to show them something. They'll have a phone call with you. They'll ask you lots of questions. They've probably done their homework on you. So they've probably checked you out and stalked all of your pages and your profiles. And they've probably even asked a few people about you. So these people do their research. So you want to know, you want to make sure that you've got the right stuff that you can send to them, and even have extra stuff. So who here with your marketing would agree that simple is good and you want to leave them wanting to know more, right? Yep, 100%. So for me, who is somebody visual, if you give me a 12-page document that's like full of text, I'm over it. I don't even want to read it. I just want to know. Just give me the quick version. Give me the cut down version, right? So if I want you to show me your program, I want you to show me some pretty pictures, give me a quick outline, and then if I want to know more, I'll ask, right? For the AD people, they're going to ask for the more. For me, if it looks good, I'm in, okay? Now, here's another interesting thing, is when you're speaking to these people, use the keywords, but also utilize the marketing approach. Your communication and connection with your audience is going to be rock solid. And this is part of why we have such a good sales process, is because we tick all of these boxes. And so marketing giants, they know this stuff. They know how many people in what percentages, and they know how to approach the audience. So, and sharing your personal stories as well. For the kinesthetic people, if you can share something personal about yourself, they're going to feel connected to you because they feel like you're real and they get a sense of who you really are, and that builds trust. Any questions on this part, by the way? Who here would say that their marketing is pretty much on track here in this area where you're covering all bases? Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. It's really good to know. And what I would encourage you to do is, if you've got a pen and paper in front of you, write down where you think you need to make some improvements in your marketing strategy. Write down which audience are you not connecting with enough and where you could possibly expand or grow into that area. All right. Next slide. Who wants to know how to increase your sales? Who wants more sales, right? Who here would agree that cold marketing and direct DMs and people who are like, buy my stuff, who thinks that's a great marketing strategy? No, it's not, right? Who here has had people just reach out to you and just go, hey, this is what I do, and here's where you can connect with me and buy my stuff? Who's had that approach before, right? And who thinks that it's really tacky? It's cold, there's no connection. Half the time you don't even need what they're selling it to, you don't want it. So the rapport building is huge, is building that connection with people, learning about somebody, finding out about their business, finding exactly what it is that they need. So building rapport is a super strong part of the process. You need to have that good rapport by speaking the language, sharing value, sharing information, have people reaching out to you. Who here is being bombarded with that at everybody on Facebook when they do a video or they're marketing and they just tag at everybody in Facebook, right? I would say don't do it. It's tacky. You're tagging every single person in your audience, and your message is not for everybody. So you want to make sure you understand your niche. You're building rapport with that niche by giving value for what they actually need, and how can you add value? How can you be helpful? Once they're reaching out to you, that's when you want to start asking great questions. So by asking questions, the purpose of asking great questions is to establish their need. So you want to find out what is it that they need? What is it that how is their business going, or how is their life going, depending on what industry you're in? What's going on for them now? Where do they want to be? What's working really well? What's not working so well? What have they tried? What have they not yet tried? What's worked? What hasn't worked? And then they are literally about to tell you what they need and how you can sell to them. So by asking great questions, you've built the rapport, they trust you, you've added value, you've asked the great questions, you've established what's working for them well and what's not working for them. So who here has had somebody approach them in marketing and they've told you about their entire program, but you're only really interested in 5%, right? Has anybody experienced that before? Right? You've done all the other stuff, you're not really interested, but they're telling you the whole thing anyway. So by asking questions, you're going to save your time, because you're not going to share everything. You're literally going to hone in specifically on what that client needs. So they have felt heard. They feel like you understand them. They feel trusted. You've asked all the right questions. You've established what they actually need. And that's when you can link your product or your service to their need. And that's where you get to add value. And now if you can link it to something that they need, you can also find out how long has it been a problem for them, how much has it cost them by not being able to solve that problem, and then before you know it, the value of your product or service has just gone up. Who would agree, right? Yeah. And then the close, right? So once you've established what they need, you've linked the product of your service or value to your product or service to their needs. And so you've really created a strong a forecasted vision for them of how you can help them. Then you come to the close. Now, here's the interesting thing that I see a lot of newbie coaches do, is they don't get the sale there and then. They're like, hang on, let me send you something. Or you just go over here and sign up here. I'll touch base with you tomorrow. Let me send it to you next week, right? And I can tell you now, if you don't close them there and then, your chances of closing that sale become considerably less. So what you want to do is, even if it's multiple phone calls, so you might have a chat, a triage call, you might have a 3-step process, however you do it. Some people don't sell or go for the close in the first call. So some people have a 2-part consult before they will do a close. But when you're going for your close, when the client actually says yes to your product and that they want it, you want to be having your link ready or your payment platform ready, so you can close them there on the spot, and they are going to be happy. They're going to be happy there because they're like, yep, they've made the decision, they've closed the deal, and then you get to forecast their excitement of what are they most looking forward to about working with you, right? Who would agree this is a strong process to increase your conversions? Yeah, 100%, 100%. I can say from me now, this has worked very well. By following this process, I've literally worked personally with over 2,000 people in the last 4 to 5 years. 2,000 individual people just by following this process. So having my marketing all there, having the right rapport building, asking the right questions, finding the need, adding the value, and doing the close. And I've literally had that many people sign up, like they're sold. You barely even have to sell it to them because you've already found their need for what you can deliver to them. Yeah. Any questions on this, by the way, while we're here? Beautiful. All right, good. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Okay, so let's talk about leadership. Who here would love to be a stronger, better, more confident leader? Have rock solid belief in what you do? Yep, 100%. So every coach needs a coach, right? Two amazing powerhouses on this screen, Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey. Everybody knows who they are. And I can tell you now, both of these people have worked with multiple coaches. Both of these people are also highly trained in NLP, and it's probably been the bedrock foundations for the catalyst of how far they've come in their careers, because of all the tools, the techniques, the skills, the states, the strategies, the belief systems, the confidence, and everything else that's tied in there. So to become a better leader, we need to have a toolkit. We need to have the skills. We need to have the techniques. We need different strategies. We need to understand excellent communication skills. We need to be able to speak different language. We need to understand language patterns, not just how to communicate as far as rep systems go. In NLP, we also teach the Milton model and meta model language patterns. And for those in politics and public speaking, they actually have linguists that write their speeches for them. And the speeches are designed to understand how the human mind works and how they can direct the human mind to either this way or that way. So they understand specific advanced language patterns, which is what we teach in NLP, how to build strong rapport, how to have sensory acuity. And for the AD people, you probably already spotted my little spelling mistake on the screen. So the sensory acuity is having that awareness of, the bigger picture, having your peripheral vision going. So being aware of where you are now, what you're doing, what you're not doing, where are you falling short, having that sensory acuity of being able to pick yourself up, take full ownership, the ability to build relationships. So again, coming down to rapport, coming down to understanding people. Another thing that we teach in NLP is the values of human evolution. Now, when you understand the values of human evolution, you understand at what level people are operating at, and you literally have the capacity and the skills to work with people on all levels. So for me personally, I've been able to work with elite athletes, I've worked with chief ministers, I've worked with army officers, I've worked with police, and I've not had any experience in their particular backgrounds, but because I understand the values of human evolution, and I understand how people operate, it's given me the skills that I need to be able to work with those people. In order to become a better leader, also, we need to be able to operate from a state of excellence. So having emotional intelligence, self-mastery, utilizing things like anchors, affirmation, creating posture and leverage, using our cylinders. So it's the way, who here would agree, like when you see Barack Obama walk into giving a speech, he doesn't just mope around, right? He is walking with absolute posture, and he's working with authority. He's literally working from a place of authority. So when we talk about our state, it's our personal state. If you've ever seen Tony Robbins or Brendon Burchard, when they get up on stage, they have the capacity to increase the energy of the crowd. Has anyone ever been to Tony Robbins or Brendon Burchard? Right? They are energy producers, and it's all in relation to the state that they are operating from. So when we teach NLP, we teach you all of those things of how to actually align yourself in the right state. Another thing you need is to become a better leader is the belief system, a rock solid belief system in what you do, who you are, what you sell, how you can help. And you need to become like limitless, right? And when you understand fully in like next level of NLP, you do become limitless because you understand things on a different level. You understand that there are no limitations. We are all working in a universal pattern. We're working with a quantum field, and there are no limitations. So the only limitations that we are working with at any given time is literally the limitations that we're putting through our own unconscious belief system, right? Who would agree? 100%. So NLP gives you basically everything you need to operate from that space. gives you the capacity to become resourceful, to operate from a state of excellence, operate from a place of awareness and clarity. One thing that I find that affects most businesses is a lack of clarity, especially people who are having challenges in everyday life. It's either lack of clarity in their message, lack of clarity in their purpose, lack of clarity in other areas of their life. So having the right mindset, the self-awareness, and also operating from your genius zone. So one thing that I love about NLP when we get into the master prac level of NLP is we teach you how to identify what you are great at naturally. So who here has ever just felt like you're in the zone, like you're loving what you're doing and you're actually producing at a higher momentum level, right? And who here has ever felt sometimes you're just spinning the wheels in the mud? It's like you're working as hard as you can and you're just getting nowhere, right? So usually when that's happening, you're not in your genius zone. And when you understand what your genius zone is, instead of crapping all over yourself, I might use, for lack of a better sentence, instead of beating up on yourself, crapping all over yourself, saying, I should be, why can't I do this properly? When you understand what your strengths and weaknesses are, when you understand what your skill sets are, when you understand what your genius zone is, you can operate more in that space and leave the other stuff to other people, because there's other people that are great at the things that you're not great at, right? And so it's understanding what is your genius zone. And when you know that, you can operate from a rock solid belief system as well. And the confidence that comes from leadership, like in order to be a great leader, you have to have the confidence. So you've got to be able to have, like, flexibility builds confidence. For those of you who believe in, astrology and star signs, I'm a Taurus, right? So anyone who knows Taurus, we are stubborn as they come. They consider us as the stubborn bull, and we're very grounded. We're very standoffish. We believe wholly and solely in our way or the highway. Now, one of my biggest, most powerful tools that I was able to change within myself was flexibility. And when we learn to become more flexible, we become fluid, right? And so in life, in business, in relationships, in finances, we are going to have ups and downs. We're going to have challenges. We're going to have curveballs. We're going to have things that literally obstacles that will just throw us off the rails. And the more flexibility we have, the more power we have to navigate around those things. We can become fluid in those moments. We have the ability to change, learn, adapt, evolve, have new strengths, find new culture, and take full ownership and accountability and responsibility for ourselves. So flexibility is super powerful. Another thing about having confidence is being able to identify talent and skills in other people. Now, this will also help you become a much better leader with your team, and also in your family, and also in your relationships, and also within yourself. When you can identify talent and skill sets and strengths and weaknesses within people, then you can literally help leverage other people. You can build confidence in other people. So when you can identify another person's strengths and their weaknesses, you can literally have the confidence to elevate anybody. And when they are operating, when your clients and your close relationships, when they are operating in more close in alignment with their genius zone, you're creating so much more leverage. And learning conversational mastery. So when you literally have the capacity to conversate with anybody, your confidence levels go through the roof. Who here has ever been shy? Who has ever been afraid to speak, right? I can personally say this about myself. I used to, back in the day, I would be the person who would wear all black, go to an event, wear all black, go and hide in the corner, hope nobody spoke to me, because I didn't want to fumble my words and I wasn't confident within myself. And now, like, I'm more than happy to speak to anybody. Realistically, you could put any person in front of me and I have enough faith and belief in my own skill set that I can have a great conversation with that person and pull gold out of them. You know, I can literally connect and build rapport with anybody, build a strong connection with somebody, regardless if we're two completely different people, or regardless of whether we're not on the same page with something, or even if we're not in the same industry. So, and that brings confidence. That gives you a level of confidence where you can work with anybody across the globe, right? So leadership skills, I will say this, learning NLP gave me amazing leadership skills and a lot of confidence as well. All right, I want to share this one with you because this part here is super powerful. So for those of you that are wanting to build your business, you are going to want a strong team. And your business is only going to be as great as the people that are on your team. Now, somebody who is probably one of the best in the world at headhunting specific talent is Virgin Airlines boss, and I can't believe I've forgotten his name, Richard Branson. Richard Branson is his name. So Richard Branson is one of the best in the world at identifying and headhunting talent. So that's why he owns multiple companies, because he identifies specific skill sets for what he's looking for, and he's able to go and actually handpick particular people with particular skills and strengths and weaknesses. So I want to share with you, just like as an example, these are three random people, right? But this particular person here, she's in the role of a product manager, and she was hand selected for this role as a project manager. And her personality type is what they call an ENTJ, which is the commander. So her skills and her strengths is structure, guidelines, values orientation, competent, intelligent, ambitious, strategic, planner, problem solver, and natural in leadership. So she would be a great choice for that particular role in product management. So you want somebody that's got that values orientation, they work with structure, they work with guidelines, right? This particular type here, this is the ENFJ personality type. This person's a protagonist. Now they've selected her for a head coach role. So her strengths are she's outgoing, enthusiastic, supportive, tactful, she's even-tempered, she's reliable, she's passionate, she's also empathetic and strong-willed and charismatic. So you want somebody that's got that charismatic, that outgoing, that enthusiastic and supportive skill set to actually work with people. So you want to put her in front of people in your team. Now this guy over here, he's an ISTJ type. So he's in a software engineering role. He's hand selected for this role because his strength is he's very structured, he's dependable, he's thorough, he's practical, he's steady, he's got attention to detail, he's self-managed, he's grounded, and he operates from a place of integrity. So now here's the thing, if you had, let's say if you wanted somebody in an accounting role in your business, would you choose somebody that's got a wild personality, they're super enthusiastic, they love people, they just want to chit chat all day and they want to get the team excited? They're probably not going to be a suitable person to have in your admin role, because the person that you want in your admin role, you want somebody who's got an eye for detail. You probably want someone who's a bit of an introvert, doesn't mind missing the tea room party because they are too busy taking note of your accounts and finding what's missing, right? Would you agree? Yeah. And same is if you had the person who was like wild, enthusiastic, charismatic, and a real people person, if you put that person in a role of quality control down your line, where they're in a room all by themselves, picking and packing and noticing, they're going to hate their job. Would you agree? So it's about understanding people, understanding who they are and where is their genius zone, where are their strengths, where are their weaknesses, and how can you help those people work more in alignment. And it's a win-win situation because they are going to be happier, they are going to produce better work, and your business is going to be on the path of success as well. So they are the 6 main NLP tools that I handpicked for you guys to help you build a stronger business. Does anybody have any questions around any of this stuff that I've shared? Beautiful. All right, great. So who here just popped up tonight to actually win a prize? Who here actually just popped in to just, hey, you know, I heard you were giving away an NLP training and certification scholarship. I'd like to be on that. So who here actually came for the learning? Good. Who came here to win the prize? Yay, Robert wants the prize. Good stuff. So I just want to quickly share with you what it is that we're actually giving away this evening. So we are giving away a prize. I am giving away an NLP training and certification scholarship. I'll show you what is really included. What I would say is if you're somebody who is really committed and dedicated to actually building a strong business, building a strong team, and building something that supports yourself, I would highly recommend to, learn world-class tools and techniques, get yourself trained, get your team skilled, upgraded, and so you can really operate from a higher level of excellence in your business. So Sophie's just saying that she's got missed the percentages. So I will actually go back there for you. Here you go. This is something for you guys to improve the marketing. Is 43% of the potential clients out there, they're visual learners, 30% are auditory, 5% are kinesthetic, and 22% are AD. Now, I just want to share the importance of honing in on this for you guys, because I'm glad, thanks Sophie for asking this question. For me, who is somebody who's highly visual, and something else in NLP is chunk size filters. So for somebody who is like a high chunk, it's like, don't give me all of the information, just give me the bigger picture and show me something. And that's how my brain operates. It's like, I just want big picture and I want to see it. And so somebody who is AD and small chunk, they want to probably have 6 phone calls with you because they're going to go back, research, ask more questions, right? So 2 completely different audiences. And it's important that you know how to connect with those different audiences. Somebody who's kinesthetic, they don't care about what it looks like. They don't care about the nitty gritty and the facts and the figures. All that they care about is how they feel when they connect with you. That's it. They want to connect with you. They want to know that they feel you, you feel them, you understand each other, and it feels good, right? So the kinesthetic people, you're going to have a very different way that you will work with them in comparison to somebody who's visual. So if you're going to sell me a program, just show me what it looks like. If it looks good, I'm there, right? And something even in relationships, my partner, he comes home and he goes, hey, I've got an idea. And then he goes and gets a pen and a piece of paper and goes, let me show you. And I get so excited, right? Whereas if he's telling me about the idea, I'm trying to paint the picture in my mind. So this is how your audience is operating as well. Is that helpful? Beautiful. All right. Okay, so for those of you who are here to participate in the prize draw, and for those of you who are watching online as well, basically this is what our training and certification program and prize is. It's a 7-day NLP practitioner training and certification program. Now it's a 4-in-1 program, so you get 4 internationally recognized certifications. So we give you certification, practitioner certification in neurolinguistic programming. We give you practitioner certification in NLP coaching. So the coaching part is where we teach you how to actually put together coaching sessions, how to have a client-coach relationship, what the coaching cycle should look like, how to prepare coaching sessions, what tools, techniques, agreements, what templates you need for coaching. Timeline therapy, for those of you who don't know or haven't heard about timeline therapy, timeline is a very powerful technique that is used to work with clients on their deeper unconscious mind. For me personally, when I first started in my coaching business, I actually attracted a lot of clients with PTSD and trauma. So I have a background in the fitness industry. A lot of the clients that I was working with were heavily overweight, and about 70% of my female clients had experienced unwanted sexual trauma in the past, which I had no idea about until I started building rapport with them. And so a lot of their weight issues had nothing to do with diet and exercise and everything to do with unconscious patterns and trauma. So it wasn't until I understood that I started utilizing timeline therapy with my clients and had exceptional results. And then I started working with ex-police officers, ex-army, people who were experiencing extreme PTSD, and timeline therapy was super powerful. And I fell in love with it. And then I just became dedicated to teaching it to other people because it's very, very transformative. And we also teach in hypnosis. So we give you a practitioner certification in hypnosis. Now, for those of you who don't know much about hypnosis, it's not the stage shows that you see in America where they're barking like chickens, right? That's just given a negative connotation to what actually hypnosis is. So hypnosis works with clients, again, deeper unconscious. We can utilize it for pain relief. It can be utilized to help clients quit smoking. It can be used to give up addictions. It can be used to put clients into a semi-hypnotic trance for particular things. You can put people in and out of different particular mindset states. Hypnosis is super powerful. And Dr. Milton Erickson actually used it years ago for pain relief and suffering. And so they also used it back in the day in the war times when they ran out of medication for the soldiers. They put them into hypnosis and they couldn't feel pain in their body. Some people also use it in hypnotherapy birthing. So women will do natural births without the pain medication. and they'll put themselves into states of hypnosis, and they can utilize it for that. So it's a very super powerful technique. We also teach you conversational hypnosis. So as you're talking to clients, you can take them on a different journey. You can put them in and out of different types of trance-like states. And everything that we teach is from a place of ecology and integrity as well. So everything that we teach is all above the line, and it's a win-win for you and your clients. So the prize draw that we're giving away, it's 7 full days of live interactive online training. So it's with myself. We've got another amazing master trainer from America. She teaches the hypnosis portion of the training. There's 4 international certifications. It's real-time coaching practice. So as part of the training, you will go in and out of breakout rooms with clients. And as we teach you a modality, you'll actually go into the breakout rooms and you'll actually get to experience each of the tools and techniques as a client and also as a coach. So you're getting real live training. We also give you hard copy manuals. So you'll receive like actual big hard copy manuals of all of your tools, your templates. It's like my Bible that lives on my desk all the time. So we'll post you out hard copy manuals. You'll also get additional audio study training. So after the training is finished, if you want to go deeper, diving down the rabbit hole of deeper level techniques in NLP, we give you, I think there's about 80 hours of audio training there as well. You'll also get access to full recordings of the training, so you have lifetime access. And lifetime access to our coaching community as well. So we've got an online community with all of our coaches and consultants from around the world, all of our previous students. And we're also giving away bonuses as well. So part of this prize draw, the first bonus that we're giving is an additional one-on-one coaching for an entire month with myself. So to help you utilize NLP techniques in your specific business. So whatever your particular business model is and the clients that you serve, I can help you build out your coaching programs or work out what tools and techniques are going to be helpful for you in your business. Bonus number 2 is a free NLP ebook for coaches. And the third bonus is 6 months free Inner Circle access. So we have weekly group coaching with all of our coaches. And so you can drop in each week and it's their 60 to 90 minute sessions. And we do anything from NLP mastery, self-mastery, business mastery. You can bring questions in relation to your clients. So who thinks that this is an amazing prize, by the way? Yep. So there's so much value here. Who would love to win the prize? Cool. Who would love to hear a testimonial from one of my clients who's experienced NLP for themselves? Cool. I would love to bring Jason Grossman back online because Jason is actually was one of the first NLP trainers in Australia. So Jason, are you there? He might be meditating. He's with us.
I'm here. I'm tuning in. I'm on Facebook Live, so but my video is not on. I thought you'd bring on board a client, so obviously I wasn't one of Julie's.
Clients on here too, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, yeah. But in regards to NLP, a lot of people don't realize. And by the way, how amazing was that presentation by Julie? By the way, thank you, Julie, for that incredible information. One of the challenges with a presentation so short is to be able to be succinct, so it flows. You give people value. And it's stuff that people can apply. So it's a really short presentation, and it's actually quite challenging. But I think Julie did an amazing job. So thank you so much.
Jason, Julie, can I just interrupt you? Would you like me to bring on one of my clients first, and then
I'm already here now, so that's fine. Cool. Yeah, I'm already here. That's okay. That's not a problem. But hey, but yeah, not a lot of people realize that I did NLP practitioner 4 times about 18 years ago. I did master practitioner twice, and actually 2.5 times. And then did trainers training about 17 years ago. And I delivered and taught practitioner and master practitioner NLP, Karma therapy, and Ericksonian hypnosis before social media existed. I was one of the first 12 international trainers, qualified international trainers, internationally recognized in Australia. So I've been a huge fan. So I have over 50 certifications. I have 21 certifications in different psychological modalities, from EFT to CBT to EFT to psychotherapy to gestalt therapy to family therapy. I have a neuroscience certification. And I don't share that to impress you, but impress upon you, out of all of the psychological modalities that I've studied, the one that's had the most profound impact on me being able to go from homeless to, borderline bankrupt, to becoming a multi-millionaire and creating financial freedom, doing all the things that I've done, is NLP by far. NLP is the most powerful individual tool for the mind I've ever come across. And there's some other new age ones that have come out in the last 3, 4, 5 years that are incredibly powerful, that some claim are more powerful than NLP, but it's not as complete as NLP. It's the most complete epistemology. Epistemology, if you haven't heard that, just a fancy word for a system of everything. So in regards to NLP, like when people say, I want to become qualified as a life coach, I'm like, don't go do a life coaching course. Do your practitioner and master practitioner and get a certification. You get a coaching certification anyway. So that's my personal share. I've had issues with chronic fatigue, depression. I've been, my first offline business, I was a self-made millionaire by 31. And within 18 months, I lost it all. I was homeless and sleeping illegally in my office. And I turned that around and paid off all my debts, was a millionaire again 18 months ago. If it wasn't for the tools that I learned from NLP, I wouldn't have been able to do those things. I've been a coach for 22 years, fitness coach, life coach, business coach, mindset coach, spiritual mentor. And NLP is still, to this day, the greatest individual tool set that I've ever come across. So that's my NLP share anyway. So thanks, Julie.
Thank you so much for sharing, Jason. I really appreciate that. And I've actually got a couple of my clients on here as well. So who here, from what I just shared, the short little bit of information that I shared, who here found it super fascinating and believes that NLP would be a really helpful modality to put in your business and also to work with your clients as well? So I am going to give away an amazing prize draw. Just by show of hands, who here would actually love to be a winner of the prize? So amazing, right? Now, I want to have a quick show of hands again. Who here actually entered the prize draw? Amazing. Yes, very cool, very cool. All right, I'm so glad I'm actually really excited because I am so passionate about NLP. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly with you guys. So the lucky winner of tonight's draw, and we did make it a prerequisite that you had to be on the live training as well. So I've just done a quick Google number generator for the person that is going to win the prize tonight. So the person who's going to win this amazing, beautiful, super amazing prize is Angela. So Angela, massive congratulations to you. I would love to hear from you, Angela, if you want to bring yourself off mute. What are you most excited about?
Wow, thank you so much. I'm just excited to really dive in. It's an opportunity for a new chapter for me and to add on. I'm a yoga teacher and personal trainer. So for me, adding NLP to this repertoire, I feel like we'll just bring everything together for a really complete package to people.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Angela. And I'll certainly reach out to you and we'll check in and touch base. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And NLP is actually a beautiful complementary modality that goes with any other modality that you have learned. Now, I want to give away something super special. So who else would also love to win the prize? Who else here would love the opportunity to win the prize, right? Well, I will say this, I'm not going to give away 2 of the prizes tonight. However, I wanted to offer you all something special for turning up, for showing up, and for those of you that are also watching the live as well. Thank you for being here with us all. So for you guys, if you're watching live on the replays, or if you're watching live on the actual Facebook page, or if you're joining us live, I wanted to offer the first 5 people who are joining us this evening, watching this live webinar. I wanted to offer you a super special deal. So the additional bonuses here with the month of free coaching, the 6 months of the Inner Circle access, we don't usually offer those as part of our standard training package. We still offer all of the live training and the practitioner manuals and the extra study materials. However, the bonus coaching and the Inner Circle coaching, I wanted to give a special gift away tonight. So for the first 5 people that send me a private message, you can connect with me on Facebook. Just find me on Facebook, it's Julie Thompson, or you can find us at Advanced Mind Academy. Or if you're here with Jason, just message Jason or myself. So for the first 5 people that decide that they want to opt in tonight, I've got a super special deal for you guys. So this one's available for tonight only. Instead of our normal price, I'm still going to give the $8,000 package away for our normal price that what we normally do for $4,000. For the first 5 people, I'm going to give you the whole $8,000 worth of the package, and I'm going to knock $1,500 off the price. So guys, if you want to get in tonight, the first 5 people only, you can have it for the option 1, which is the single, which is 1 upfront payment of 2,500 Australian dollars. Or if you wanted to do it as a fast payment option, you can do 15 weekly payments of $200. Or you can do the option 3, the 30 weekly payments of $99. So you can save up to $1,500. So it's a super, super special. And for the first 5 people that message us that would like to take advantage of it, I will throw in the bonus month of one-on-one coaching and also the 6 months of inner circle coaching access as well. So who here thinks that that's an incredible offer? $8,000 worth of value for literally $2,500. It's incredible. And part of the reason why I want to share that with you guys is I am so dedicated to helping people in the coaching industry because I know how many people need our help. Who here would agree we all want to live in a better world? We all want to see happier, healthier people. We want to see families back together. We want to see people come off addictions and substance abuse. We want to see people out there loving their lives, and it's a win-win situation for everybody. So I'm truly dedicated to helping more people become coaches and become better coaches. And so you know, that's my contribution to the world is you know, making stronger, better coaches. So guys, if you would love to participate, if you'd love to take advantage of those bonuses, simply message myself or Jason, or you can reach us at Advanced Mind Academy. Find us on Facebook. And if you can't find us anywhere, just simply reach out on however you connected with us via which Facebook platform, and we'll get you all sorted. So I want to say thank you very much for everyone to come and be here and spend your time with us this evening. And sending you all lots of love. Go out there, change lives, change the world. Angela, massive congratulations to you. And if anybody else would like to take advantage of the big package with the extra coaching, please just reach out. And have an amazing rest of the evening, guys, and we'll see you all very soon.
Thanks very much, Julie. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
That's
Robert.
great.
Thank you. I'll be in touch. I can't wait.
Thank you, Angela. We'll reach out to you. And if you guys have any other questions at all, please feel free to reach out. And I'm more than happy to answer any other questions as well.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you so
Your
much.
time.
Have an amazing rest of your
Bye.
evening, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Melissa.